Hello and welcome. My name is Shaima Alilo, Content Strategist at LABASAD. We are delighted to share this session with you. Will Knight, Director of the Online Master in Principles of Graphic Design, will walk you through the program, its curriculum, objectives, faculty, and career opportunities. We hope this session answers your questions and gives you a clear understanding of what makes this Masters unique for graphic and design enthusiasts. Before we begin, let me introduce you LABASAD and our learning experience. At LABASAD, we are proud to be the only exclusively online design school that offers a 100% lead format. This approach creates an immersive and interactive experience, making online learning as engaging as in-person classroom. To give you a clearer picture of our impact, here are some key statistics about LABASAD. 94% of our students recommend LABASAD. More than 4,000 have studied with us. More than 250 instructors, all of them professionals actively working in their fields. And our global community includes students from more than 54 countries, including Germany, the United States, Spain, Italy, Mexico, the United Kingdom, and more. LABASAD's reputation extends beyond our students. We have been featured in Creative Boom, and It's Nice That, in Design Boom. And this publication highlights our innovative approach and commitment to fostering creative talent. One of the things that sets LABASAD apart is our dedication to supporting students beyond the classroom. Our programs offer opportunities for international recognition. For example, Vanessa Garcia, here in the screen, a student of the Online Master in Strategic Packaging Design, received global acclaim at the Penta Awards 2024 in London, winning gold in food and silver in luxury goods. So, why study at LABASAD? Here are just a few reasons. Our faculty consists of professionals from around the globe who bring real-world experience directly into the classroom. We guide our students throughout their learning journey, ensuring they always feel connected and supported. And beyond the curriculum, students have access to different opportunities such as workshops, masterclasses, group follow-up sessions, participation in awards, LABASAD Live, networking, and many more. If you are thinking about taking the next step in your creative career, now is the perfect time. The application period for our master program is now open, with classes starting in May 2025. And for more details, feel free to contact us at labasad.com. And now I will leave you with Will Knight, who will go through all the master and explain you everything in detail.
Thanks, Chema. Hello, I'm Will, as mentioned there, and I'm the director of this online Masters in Principles of Graphic Design. Firstly, it's just a bit of a guide as to what I'm going to chat you through today. I'm going to do a bit of a quick introduction to me, myself, the kind of work that I make, some information on why this specific course, why you should choose this course, an overview of some of the objectives of the course, as well as kind of detailing who this course is designed for. I'm going to chat through some of the career opportunities that feel relevant to this course, and a breakdown of the study plan and an introduction to some of the amazing instructors who will be teaching throughout this course too. So first of all, hello. A little about me, just up top. I'm Will Knight. I'm a freelance creative director, art director, and formerly the creative lead at the creative platform It's Nice That, where I oversaw the internal creative team across the editorial and commercial projects. My work has always been very multidisciplinary, with experience in print and editorial design, digital campaigns, branding, visual storytelling, and more, working on a broad range of projects covering music, sport, the arts and visual culture, and kind of larger kind of brand campaigns as well. I'm really excited to be the director of this course in the Principles of Graphic Design, and I'm going to be here to tell you a little bit more about what you can expect across this course. So the first question to ask, why choose this course? And this is a big question, and hopefully I can sort of help you answer it and help understand it a little bit more. But the first thing is that this is a course designed for you to learn and develop your ability and understanding in graphic design and visual communication. Put simply, this is a course designed for you if you are early on in your design journey and are really keen, really hungry, really enthusiastic to develop yourself within this area. The course itself is structured to kind of give you the tools, knowledge, and confidence to develop across all areas of your creative process, which are important as a designer today. Broadly, this can be split across practical, professional, and conceptual skills, and all are covered across this course. The first of these being practical. So in this course, we're going to focus on the hands-on skills that are essential to any designer working today. Graphic design is a discipline where the best way to learn, in my belief, is by doing. So we've structured the approach to try and be as practical as possible throughout. You won't just be absorbing information in lectures, you'll be actively working on a broad range of projects, experimenting with different techniques, and taking creative work and projects from concept right the way through to delivery. The goal of this is to really make you comfortable with the tools and processes which are used in real life, real industry design work, whether that be understanding layout, mastering design software, or learning how to iterate on ideas. Each assignment in the course is designed to strengthen your skills throughout and all through kind of direct hands-on experience. So across this course, you'll get plenty of opportunities to practice, reflect, and improve on your work. And I really want to see this course as a kind of space to experiment and to make mistakes and to really sort of learn by doing, with the intention that by the end of the course, you'll have a really solid foundation in all of the practical skills, but also you'll have a portfolio of work to reflect this. The second section is professional. So this course is designed not only to teach you skills, but also to expose you to the industry and the people within it. All of the instructors on the course are professionals working today. And throughout the program, you're going to have the chance to learn from some amazing leading designers, people who are really at the forefront of their field and who are all going to bring a real variety of real world experience and insights to these sessions. Each of these sessions is a unique opportunity to sort of hear directly from professionals and understand their approaches and get a kind of insider view of this design world. Especially as all of these sessions are taught live, you can obviously be there asking questions and really using that as an opportunity to learn from the people who are doing amazing stuff within the industry at the minute. We also understand the importance of kind of preparing students for their journeys after the course. The syllabus also includes practical advice on entering the industry, with sessions covering stuff like portfolio reviews, applications, finding work, and much, much, much more. And the final section is conceptual. Now, it's my firm belief that good design starts with good ideas, and this is the approach that's at the heart of this course. At its core, design is about ideas, it's about perspectives, it's about ways of seeing the world differently. And in this course, we're really going to be encouraging you to develop this conceptual foundation, to think a bit more deeply, to look closer, and to sort of ask questions that design, to kind of create more meaningful design work. I really want to kind of emphasize the importance of concept and how the best design work doesn't start with a laptop or with a software program. It often starts with an idea, some imagination, an observation. And this means throughout the course, we're going to really be pushing you to kind of explore new ideas, push beyond the obvious, and sort of trying to help you discover unexpected approaches to solve visual challenges. So that was some top line information on the course more broadly, but I'm now going to run you through the objectives of the course and what we're hoping that every single student on the course will take away from it. So the first of this is to learn the visual, conceptual and technical skills required to become an effective graphic designer in today's ever-evolving creative industry. And I really want to put emphasis on the word today, because I think the definition of what a graphic designer is today is very different from maybe 30, 20, maybe even 10 years ago. And this has really been, reflected in the way that we've structured the course. We want everything on the course to be relevant to the role of a designer working today and the realities of entering the industry as a designer today. Second is to gain first-hand knowledge from industry professionals actively shaping today's creative landscape. So the group of instructors brought together from this course, I'm really, really excited about. They represent a sort of collection of designers specifically selected to teach their specialist subject. They're experts, but also, as I mentioned earlier, they're also all practicing designers and practicing creatives, meaning that what they're teaching you on this course is relevant to what's happening in the real industry today. I'll take you through some of the amazing designers that we've got on the course later, but they bring a real range of industry experience and I think uniquely a real broad global perspective, from Buenos Aires to London to Toronto to Berlin. We've got instructors and designers based all throughout the world who can kind of bring this diverse insight of not just the local, but also the global creative community directly into all of these sessions. Next is explore a broad range of subjects designed to help you develop your own creative voice and identify areas of the industry that interest you most. So graphic design touches on a lot of areas. You will all have your own interests, you'll all have your own backgrounds, you'll all have your own, interests and experience. And as a broad definition, it's a year-long course. And, you know, I guess graphic design is a broad, you know, graphic design as a subject is a broad subject, and it's a year-long course. And because of that, we wanted to fit as much into that as possible. So rather than just sticking to one very kind of thin or narrow-minded version of what design should be, this course is built to allow you to work on a real broad variety of projects and subject matters throughout the course, and hopefully help you sort of shape your own creative voice and identify those areas of the design process or areas of the design industry that interest you most, whether that be to kind of continue education afterwards or to find work afterwards. Next is to build a diverse portfolio of work through practical projects, introducing you to the principles of graphic design, typography, image making, editorial design, branding, and more. And the key thing here, I've already touched on it, is that the course is practical. We want this course to be super practical. We want you to be learning by doing. We want you to be experimenting. We want you to be making work. Lectures are going to be a part of it, but you know, the projects are just as important, if not more important. And each of the modules, each of the tutors, each of the instructors will have practical assignments which will run alongside them, getting you kind of creating work, building that portfolio, as well as a few much longer 6-week projects which are scattered throughout the course as well. The next is to prepare you for work in a variety of creative career paths across design and visual communication. And I've already sort of touched on this slightly, but I think the thing here that I really want to emphasize is this is also about understanding what is out there and exploring this through the course, hopefully helping you identify what type of work that you're interested in, what type of work you're interested in making. And if you already know this and you're coming into this course kind of already with that knowledge, offering you the opportunity to develop and hone and refine those skills. So who is the course for? Put simply, students and recent graduates aspiring to refine their graphic design skills or transition into the field professionally. Aspiring graphic designers and visual communicators eager to develop the necessary skills for working in today's professional landscape. Individuals interested in exploring various creative paths to determine which area of the industry most appeals to them. And professionals in creative sectors aiming to either change careers or broaden their knowledge in graphic design and visual communication. Put simply, if you have a real interest in design and developing your skills, this is a great course for you. And I think the thing to really emphasize here in this section is that this is an entry-level course. And this is really built off a belief that I have that like anyone can be creative. It's not something that you should be cordoned off for specific people, or that you feel like you can't, you know, move into doing design work if it's something you've always been interested in, but never just had the opportunity to do. And this belief that kind of creativity should be for everyone is something that I really want to reflect throughout the approach to this course. So while in, you know, applications, we do want to see some evidence of understanding and interest in the subject matter when you apply, we absolutely don't need a 20-page beautifully designed portfolio at this stage. This is about developing that. Put simply, if you have like a genuine interest in design and a real desire to develop your skills, then this is the course for you. It's all about growing, experimenting, learning. It's really not about having everything figured out already. I certainly didn't have everything figured out already at that point in my career. So I think it's really worth emphasizing that this is a course to kind of learn and develop those skills rather than be put off because you don't already have them. So I'm just going to quickly touch on career opportunities that feel relevant and related to the course itself. And I think the thing, again, I'm just going to comment and kind of take note of here is that the online master is designed and taught by industry experts who understand the core skills that are needed to excel in the world today, the industry, the creative world and creative industry today. And I think, again, I've emphasized the word today there because, as I said earlier, the definition of what a designer will do today is always changing. It'll be different in another 10 years. It'll be different in a year, potentially even. And that's why we want to kind of make the course that's reflective of not the industry 20 years ago, not the industry 5 years ago, but kind of what's actually happening currently. And this has really influenced the syllabus, the instructors, all of the subjects that we're touching on. So, and hopefully we'll be able to then prepare you to enter the industry as it is now. Because this is also an entry-level course, we were kind of also keen for it to prepare you for work no matter what job path you want to pursue, whether this be, you know, a graphic designer, an editorial designer, a brand designer, art director, motion designer. The skills which we cover across this course will be a key and relevant step in whichever direction you are kind of wanting to go in. And much of this course will be about trying a broad range of design approaches, creative techniques, and hopefully helping you identify areas within that kind of broader visual communication landscape which interest you the most. And finally, it's the study plan. In this section, I'll be taking you through what we'll be covering in this master's programme, as well as introducing you to some of the amazing instructors who will be teaching you throughout. So as you can see here, the course is broken into 5 modules, each with a different focus, allowing you to explore a broad range of subjects throughout the course. So Module 1 is titled Design Fundamentals, Module 2, Type and Image, Module 3, Branding and Identity, Module 4, Editorial Design, and Module 5, Interactive Design and Professional Practice. I'm going to go into each of these in a little bit more detail for you now, so you can get a little bit of a deeper understanding on what will be covered in each one. So the first module is Design Fundamentals. In this introductory module, we'll introduce students to the key foundational design skills, which will inform their work on the wider course. This module is really about learning the basics, getting to grips with those important fundamentals, which will be key on all your work going forward. In terms of the courses, the first one is Welcome to the Master. I'll skip over this one here. It's quite self-explanatory. This will be a welcome session. And then we go into design contexts and communicating visually. In this course, students will be introduced to the history, background, and broader cultural context of graphic design and visual communication, as well as looking at design as a tool for visually conveying ideas, messages, narratives, and emotions. Then there's 2 software foundations courses. In both of these, students will be learning essential skills in the Adobe suite. So in these 2, Photoshop and Illustrator. Through demonstrations and practical exercises, you'll explore key features and learn how to apply them within your own design work. This course really focuses on building confidence and technical skills, giving students a solid foundation in the Adobe programs to apply throughout the rest of the modules. We've then got Design Fundamentals. In this course, students will learn to effectively utilize core design principles such as color, composition, layout, hierarchy, as well as design intention. This course will aid students to kind of understand how to communicate messages effectively through design, but also help you develop rationale for your creative decisions, allowing you to enhance your ability to create really thoughtful and impactful design solutions. And the final course in this module is Ideation and Creative Problem Solving. So as I've already mentioned, the ability to think creatively and problem solve and generate original ideas is essential for graphic designers and visual communicators. And in this course, students will be encouraged to think about this in new ways, discover the importance of conceptual thinking, and experiment with playful forms of idea development to fuel original and interesting and unique design outcomes. So in terms of the tutors that are going to be and instructors that are going to be working on this module, the first will be me. I will be involved in teaching in this module alongside a variety of really amazing instructors. So Mateusz Neporalski is an incredibly talented illustrator, designer, and art director based in Toronto. He's the founder of Gust of Wind Studio, where he collaborates with global brands, agencies, and design studios across a wide range of projects. His work spans packaging, branding, typography, editorial design, and more, bringing a really distinct and considered approach to every project. He's got a real wealth of experience in both commercial and independent design work, and he'll be sharing his insights, processes, and experiences with you, as well as teaching you how he uses softwares as a key part of this design process. Next is Charney Wisdom, a brilliant designer with experience working across major brands and independent creative projects. Charney has designed with Wieden & Kennedy, the advertising agency, Tate Galleries, and a range of independent galleries and artists from across the world, as well as campaigns and brand projects for the likes of Revolut and Nike. Applying her design experience to both commercial and cultural spaces, she brings a real wealth of industry knowledge and hands-on experience, and will be taking you through the design fundamentals section of the course. Next is the amazing Carl Toomey, a Dublin-based creative director with over 15 years of experience delivering campaigns, experiences, and projects for brands like Dropbox, MailChimp, Nike, and Adobe. Carl's work is playful, clever, and is always full of really unexpected ideas. He really focuses in on the power of creativity and the importance of concept and design. And his approach is all about pushing ideas, experimenting, and having fun with the process. He's previously worked with NB Studios, Anyways Creative, It's Nice That, and Google Creative Lab. And he's now based in Dublin, working with design group Wove. He feels like the perfect person for this section of the course, focusing on ideation and conceptual thinking, and it really aligns beautifully with what we're trying to explore at this stage. So, Module 2 is called Type and Image, and in this second module, you'll be introduced to the foundational elements of graphic design, allowing you to kind of experiment and learn through trialing different approaches and techniques. The module's really designed to give you the core skills in typography and image making, but also encourage you to explore and develop your own interests and approaches in a more open-ended way before you have to apply these to practical industry projects and scenarios in future modules. So the first course in this is typography. This course provides an exploration of typography broadly, equipping students with foundational knowledge, tools, skills, and everything else necessary to use type effectively. You'll be introduced to the anatomy of type. You'll learn how to effectively use letter forms, hierarchy, and use typography to create really visually cohesive and impactful designs. But there'll also be plenty of emphasis put on understanding how typography can be used as a tool to communicate emotion, tone, and personality. Really looking at typography not just as a functional thing, but also as something that can transform text into a really powerful visual tool. The second section is image making. So this is going to focus on exploring a wide range of image making styles, media, technique, both physical and digital. Through hands-on experimentation, students will be able to develop the skills to create images that communicate meaning, whether that be through illustration, collage, mixed media, or digital manipulation. This course is really focused on kind of fostering personal exploration, prompting students to investigate your own interests, experiment with new methods, and discover techniques and approaches which you will be able to have fun with in this module and then apply to more specific briefs in later courses. And then finally, type and image. So this brings together the two previous courses and will introduce you to how designers can combine image and type in interesting ways. Image and type are two foundational tools that you can use to give meaning in work, and we'll be really focusing in on this within this last section of the course, looking at how you can communicate ideas and narratives effectively using typography and image. So in terms of the instructors for this section of the course, the first person I want to introduce you to is Fakosi. She's an incredibly talented independent type designer based out in Buenos Aires. After working for several years as an independent type designer and starting her own type foundry, she's also become part of the typeface design program at the University of Buenos Aires, where she helps shape the next generation of type designers. She's got a deep passion for letters and typography and has been featured in renowned typography exhibitions and talks worldwide, where she's shared her insights into the art of type and type design. Fer brings a really fascinating perspective on typography and will be guiding the students through that typography section of the course. Second instructor I want to introduce you to is Lucy Harmony Grimes. She's a brilliant freelance graphic designer with image making really at the heart of her practice. She was previously lead designer at creative agency Liberty, where she worked on projects for brands like MTV or the charity Copperfield. But her work is all about experimentation, pushing boundaries and exploring different ways to create visuals, which she then applies to her work, whether that be branding projects, whether that be editorial projects, whether that be identities. In this course, she'll be guiding you through how to use image making as a core part of the design process and help you develop your own creative approach through hands-on exploration. So the third module is branding and identity. And in this course, students will explore the principles of branding and identity design, learning how to create cohesive and impactful brand experiences. You'll be exploring the different elements that contribute to a strong brand, as well as gaining insight into the process of developing a brand identity that resonates with different audiences. Again, this course will really emphasize the importance of storytelling in branding, empowering you to kind of create and craft narratives that communicate a brand's values and vision effectively. So this course is split into two sections. The first one being branding and identity, and this is the project-based. This is the kind of practicals course, and here you will be through lectures, through kind of one-off assignments, and a huge body of kind of really informative content from the instructors. You'll be learning really as a step-by-step process how to go through creating a really effective branding project. The second section is the first project of the course, and this was a much meatier, much larger project which you'll be working on for a much longer period of time. So in this project, students will be given support and feedback from the instructors. And by the end of this course and the end of this project, students will have a portfolio-ready project that demonstrates the ability to create a really cohesive and impactful brand identity, showcasing their understanding in some really lovely real-world applications. In terms of the instructors for this, I want to introduce you to Elsa Chow, who is a graphic designer and art director with a deep focus on brand creative and visual storytelling. Currently an independent art director and designer based in London. She's previously worked across New York and Stockholm, bringing her expertise to global brands such as Meta and Apple before joining Spotify as a senior art director. She's also played a role in helping brand and set up and visualize many American disruptor brands, including Harry's and Wealthsimple. With years and years and years of experience in branding, Elsa understands really well what it takes to create really compelling, impactful visual identities. And she's the perfect person to help guide you through this section of the course, sharing her knowledge on how to craft brand stories through design. So module 4 is editorial design. And as you can see here, again, this is split into a few key sections. The first of which is software foundations. So just like the software foundations on Photoshop and Illustrator earlier in the course, This is going to be really focusing in on exploring InDesign as an essential tool in editorial design as a key software for layout design and print production. You'll be learning the technical skills needed to create layouts for various media, and you'll be looking at grid systems and hierarchy and effective layout design, really equipping yourself with all of the foundational tools as to both technical and conceptual that you're going to need throughout the rest of the editorial design module. You've then got your editorial design section, and in this course, students will be exploring the field of editorial design in depth, learning how to craft engaging layouts for magazines, books, or digital publications through lectures, tasks, and practical projects. You'll also learn how to apply key design techniques and create really engaging visual narratives that, again, really resonate and captivate readers. And then, just like the branding section, you have a more deeper project. So in this project-based course, students will be applying their knowledge learned within this editorial design section to a really comprehensive project. Students will again be given support and feedback throughout from their instructors and their peers. Again, by the end of this module, students will have a really lovely portfolio-ready project focused on editorial design. In terms of the instructors for this section, Alice Pomfret is an art director and designer specialising in crafting luxury publications for cultural institutions, publishing houses, and independent makers, creating all of her work under the name of A Design Practice. She's worked for a huge range of both independent publishers and industry giants, crafting projects with the likes of Rankin, The Guardian, Esquire, Season Zine, and tons more. She also tutors at Norwich University of the Arts here in the UK on their Design for Publishing course, and she will be teaching you the fundamentals in editorial design as well as the InDesign technical tools needed for you to succeed. In terms of the other instructor on the editorial design section, I'm really excited to introduce Michelle, who is the creative director and founder of Studio Yukiko, one of my absolute favorite design studios working today. Studio Yukiko's built an amazing reputation for creating bold, personality-filled work for clients like Nike, Hinge, DoorDash, but they're probably best known for their unique and innovative approach to editorial design. They've worked with some of the most exciting magazines out there and kind of set the visual language and creative approach for magazines including Sofa and Flaneur, as well as working on an incredible range of art books that push the boundaries of print design. Michelle will be working with you on action, and she'll be taking you through the process of making your own editorial design project, helping you understand how to bring a concept to life through layout, typography, and creative storytelling. And then finally is module 5, which is called Interactive Design and Professional Practice. In this last module, you'll explore a diverse range of different areas of design through a range and series of workshops and sessions. The first of which is the motion design workshop. So while graphic design was previously a discipline focused on print and static outcomes, this is now rarely the case, and many designers obviously use motion as a way to enhance their work and create new innovative ways to build narrative into final outcomes. In this course, students will be introduced to the various ways designers are integrating motion into their work and gain insight and inspiration as to how they could utilize animation and motion design to enhance their own projects in the future. The second course will be AI and design, and this course will introduce students to the rapidly evolving role of artificial intelligence and how it relates to the world of graphic design and visual communication today. So through a series of lectures and tasks, students will be encouraged to critically engage with AI, both as a tool and a collaborator. Throughout, students will be encouraged to explore the ethical implications, the potential limitations, as well as the exciting creative possibilities that AI brings to the future of design today. You'll then be looking at web design. Obviously, today's consistent technological advancements means that there's a real design for versatile designers who can create really beautiful digital experience. And this course will introduce students to just this. You'll be looking at web design through the lens of a graphic designer, emphasizing the key considerations when working within this field, and really sharing the differences and the key things you need to consider when creating work for this world. You'll be introduced to some of the most exciting designers making work in this space, as well as some of the foundational skills in building effective user-centered digital experiences. How you can use your kind of, I guess, your understanding that you've learned previously in the course on the principles of graphic design to create work that really resonates within this digital space. And then finally, it is professional practice. This is a section we're calling professional practice because it is really focused on preparing you for the professional world. In this final course, students will gain the essential industry insights to prepare you for a successful transition into the professional world, with sessions touching on things such as creating CVs or portfolios, the question of like full full-time versus freelance work, how to find, creative roles and opportunities, as well as what those different types of job roles are. It's really designed to help support students in identifying which area of the industry they'd most like to move towards professionally and help equip you with the selection of skills needed to do so. So just quickly, I'm excited to kind of touch upon a couple of the tutors who will be working in this final module. So first being Gianluca Alla, who is a London-based creative director, motion designer and graphic designer with an incredible portfolio of work that spans animation, identity design, motion design and poster design. He's worked with some amazing names, including Apple, London College of Communication, Nike, the New York Times, Pinterest and Wired. And I think the real strength of Gianluca's work is his ability to bring design to life through motion, adding movement to static visuals to create something so much more dynamic, so much more engaging and so much more impactful. And in this course, he'll be talking you through how you can use motion to elevate your designs, showing you how animation can enhance storytelling, add depth to your work, and create more immersive experiences. And then last but certainly not least, we have Dan Powell. He is an amazing web designer and developer, as well as the co-founder and co-curator of the web design platform Hover States. Dan has a really deep understanding of how to push design into the digital space, and he's going to be sharing his knowledge with you on how to approach web design in a really innovative and creative way. So in this course, he'll be guiding you through how to design for web, showing you how to take your design skills and apply them into these digital projects and environment. And that's that. So thanks for listening. Overall, I think I've really tried to build a course which is the course that I would have wanted when I was studying, but also which I believe would be really beneficial for any student kind of entering or with an interest of entering the graphic design industry today, covering a really diverse range of topics and with some really amazing tutors involved. So yeah, that's that. And I hope to see some of you on it down the line.
Thank you, Will, for sharing your expertise and giving us such a detailed overview of the online master in Principles of Graphic Design. And of course, a big thank you to you all for watching until the end of this video, which really appreciate your time and interest. And please remember that the applications for our master's programs are now open. This is your chance to learn from top industry professionals like Will. If you have any questions or need further information, feel free to reach out to us at info@labasad.com. And also, you can follow us on social media to stay updated on the latest projects by our instructors and students, as well as other news from LABASAD. We look forward to seeing you as part of our LABASAD community soon. Thank you so much.